It's been a struggle for the past few months. Hey guys, welcome back to sPlace. I'm Lay, and Happy New Year. I know that I have been missing in action for a few months now. But y'all, it's been heavy. It's been hectic. I almost didn't make it on here today, if I'm being completely honest. From the state of the world to my own personal life, my work, my clients. It's been a struggle for the past few months. But not a struggle in the sense of me not being able to keep my head above water. A struggle in the sense of I'm keeping my head above water, and if I engage in anything else that pulls for me, then I might sink. So I appreciate anyone that's watching this video who's like, "Girl, where have you been?" I am here now. I'm ready to go, and I'm hoping that this is the start of a very successful, very consistent YouTube posting situation here in 2026. So let's get started. So today's video, what I really would like to do is give you guys an update on my collection, my setup. I normally post around the beginning of the year, just a little bit of rearranging that I've done. It wasn't a huge rearranging, right? Some of my staples, like my cabinets and my shelves, are in the same area. If you've watched my first video, if you've followed my content at all, you know that we recently moved, we downsized over the past few months. So my ability to move things around and change up has drastically changed. And also we're on carpet now. My plants are in a room with carpet, which was not before. And I don't got time for all that moving around and cleaning up stuff and making a mess. Like, I don't have time for that. So I moved around what I could move around. But I'm really loving the aesthetic. I'm loving the functionality. I'm just loving it a lot more. I think it looks less cluttered. I think it looks more beautiful and intentional. Until I'm ready to spend any money or I have the capacity to do anything different, we're going to make it work. And so we have a special guest. So this is my Anthurium Marmoratum. Let's make sure that you got it on there. This is my Anthurium Marmoratum, and this is actually one of my few pure Anthurium, so no cross, no hybrid. And it was actually not the first, but one of my first Anthurium purchases. I remember going to Google Plant Ranch with my wife, and she bought this for me. I was really excited because I just gotten into Anthuriums. I still didn't know much about like crosses and hybrids or differences or pures, anything like that. I just knew it was an Anthurium. I really wanted it. And I remember it going through a spell where it wasn't really growing because I hadn't really figured out the needs. But now she is quite happy. Clearly, we've had a little underwatering because I would rather underwater than overwater. Even though I don't want to underwater either. But I think I'm figuring it out. I'm hoping that her next leaf is perfection. I think I'm going to have a special guest every video, just a plant that I'm showcasing, to my right, just to kind of highlight and talk to you guys a little bit about. So, all right, let's get into it. All right, guys. So we're not doing a tour. I'm just showing like the updated setup and kind of giving you an idea about what's happening in my setup, but I am not going through all these plants and doing a tour. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I just don't have the capacity. It's too many plants. I feel like I'd have to do like a whole day. I just need a whole day uninterrupted to do a tour. But I do want to show you guys update of the setup, what's going on, what I'm thinking, and go from there. Deal? Okay, here we go. Okay, so overall, depending on the last time you've actually seen it, my setup is pretty much the same. And these windows are normally open, but for recording purposes, I did close them. But this is where the majority of my plants are. I do have a monstera over there under a grow light, and then I have a discursus, whatever it's called, over there, but I recently chopped her and there's not much to show. So this is kind of, I feel like, one of the main kind of like styled statement sections. Lots of philodendron, monstera. This is my largest plant currently since I got rid of the monstera. But she's a big, big girl. And she has not had any issues since we've moved. So she gets some pretty good light. I moved this gloriosum over here, which is actually growing out of the pot. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that, but this Texas Jose Bueno, the one that I can't say, which actually we have some, I found out from the original seller that it was a reverted variegated plant. So hopefully that variegation is coming back soon. And then some other babies here. My big bipin, which actually started this section. I had this plant over here before any of these other plants, and then slowly she gained a lot of sisters over here. So I have this red Lux because I really don't have anywhere else to put it. I'm not sure if I'm actually keeping it, but it is up on Facebook Market. Hopefully somebody takes it soon. So, and I added my eldest and largest alocasia. So love this area. Just this one Barina pendant light. Could have used more light, absolutely, but I actually think everyone's doing well and actually getting what they need. So slower growth, drying out a little slower, but it actually works, and I think it's so beautiful. I'm just waiting for this to fill in a little bit more, like that one gap, and then there'll be other gaps that fill in. But I think it's important when styling plants to leave room for like the growth that will inevitably happen. So yeah, let's move on. So we still have these two main shells. Lots of phyllos, begonias. The anthuriums are broken up. They used to all be here. Now I have some here, some here. These still have the double lights because I haven't changed it. But this one down here has the one light. So this other double light used to have the anthuriums under it. But I put some of my favorite phyllos under here. And one monstera. Not my favorites, but some of my favorites. So they can get some of that good light. And then we're still growing some beautiful anthuriums here. Some that are rehabbing, some that are, oh, I thought this leaf was broken. Be so effing for real. This is my Queen of Heart. That is coming back, not because she got sick, let a friend prop and chop her. And so she put out two grow points. I think I broke her. Oh, well, I didn't break her. This light fell. It's about to fall again, but I have some sided tape coming, so I'll fix that. But anyway, the allocages that have moved out of the cabinets and are over here, trying to get their life back together. So yeah, that's the allocages and anthuriums. And then up here we have quite a few Hoya. Hold on, let me see if I can stand up there and show you guys. Just a second. There we go. Quite a few Hoyas. Like the more mature ones, I guess. Got them under here with these lights. And then some other randoms. One of my syngonium pots. I have two of those where it's just full of syngonium. So, some other Hoyas back there. And up here. But yeah, that's this section. Then over here are phyllos and like one begonia. And I actually have an oxalis up there also. That's where the heat is. So there really aren't a lot of plants I could put up here. Other than philodendron, maybe a monstera. But most of my plants don't want to dry out that quickly with the heat hitting it directly. This little baby does fine because she's in a self-watering, but I still have to monitor her. And then you see that strappy leaf? That's my philodendron bicolor. I just got it. I'm so excited for that. And then over here are some phyllos too, and another begonia and self-watering. You know what I mean? I gotta put those up there too. And then there's one begonia. Can I zoom in? There's one begonia right there. that's not in self-watering, but she gets watered maybe every 4 or 5 days. She's kind of blocked from the additional heat, but she's still up there too. So, and back over here, yep, just lots of phylos, um, alocasia, some scindapsus, um, other things. There's this Piper. I recently cut her, so I'm hoping that she continues to thrive. But I chopped her twice because I wanted to prop her pretty good. But little Pilea, a splash actually, which I really don't see a lot of people with, but I really like her. She's a cutie pie. More phylos. I feel like you don't really know that I'm into phylos unless you actually come into my collection, because I feel like my algorithm and what I talk about a lot is Anthuriums because they're just the current fascination. But I've always been a philo girl. More begonias, which I have more begonias than I realized. I think I have about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think I have 10, which is pretty cool for someone who a year ago I think maybe had one. So, more phylos. My monster, supposed to be a monster, but I don't know. People be lying. So, and then the anthuriums over here, and then this is my burgundy ficus rubber plant. She just was not happy over there, and she's dropped a lot of bottom leaves. So she had a little. Actually, the light that monstera had was over hers, so it was only like the top foliage that was getting light. So I just put this little strip here, and actually, I'm thinking about putting another one here. Actually, and seeing if we can keep her pretty happy over here in this corner. And then I put her little cousin down there. And then under here is a moss and fluval box, not together, separate. Like fluval's on one side, moss is on the other side. And the fluval's not staying moist, so I probably won't do that again. But just some props that I wanted to get together to sell and stuff there in there. So I like this area. Yeah, I think I could, because this light is coming from here. I think I could put another one here. And then make sure that this plant's getting all the light it needs. Because that's why I think it's being pissy. I mean, it didn't drop this much leaves when it wasn't getting water. So I really think it's the light. Everyone knows that ficus love some good light. So, or maybe I'll put the light on that side so it can hit the other side of the plant. I'm not sure, but I know another light is coming. And I have some double-sided tape. I'm gonna put these lights inside of that bin. But the little stickies I was using kept falling off, so it's just a mess. Here's my Mills bow. I think this is a Mills bow, right? And so we won't do too much in here, but it is mostly anthuriums. Mostly anthuriums in here. Most are, as you can see, on their way, probably gonna get kicked out on their next leaf. They probably should be getting kicked out now, to be honest. Some alocasia, some begonias in here. That's my variegated snowcap, which she looks like crap because I recently cut her, and then she fell and got damaged, and then I added soil on top of her pond, so she was going through a transition there. But she is okay. Side note, I actually really love pond and soil. Some more just like smaller plants. We got a bunch of alocasias back there, corms, some smaller anthuriums, and some begonias propping, scindapsus back here, gnats, some other anthuriums, and just little things, a rock that I'm probably going to kill again. And this is my KOS, which I've never had, so I'm really excited about that. And just some more things. I've got a creme brulee. I always forget about that. I have a creme brulee tie in here. So I have two regular ties and I have a creme brulee. So I'm excited to see if it's actually going to be worth something. Like it's actually going to be different. And then a few more anthurium back here. It looks like I can. Why don't I? Oh, you know what happened? I just decided to move a philo from out of this cabinet. So actually, hold on, we're gonna put something down here. Hold on. All right, so I just put this best back here. Well, it's not a best, sorry. This best cross back there. And then put this other best up here. And then move the plant over because it was definitely cluttered right up in here. To be honest, it's still a little cluttered. So, um, yeah. But a bunch of anthuriums here, as you can see. My Hoya Coracia, something like that. And Anthurium, I'm trying to give live. She grows well, but she's just never happy, I think, where she is. Hold on, let me rotate this so this leaf isn't up against anything. That's like my biggest challenge right now is trying to make sure that my Anthurium are not getting hurt, getting damaged, the new leaves, which is challenging, as you can see. But I am trying. I got a purpley back there, not a purple sword, a purpley. So with the purple backs, alocasia, so it's growing well. And then my alocasia Winti. Sorry, I keep moving the camera up. A woohoo FTG crystal by something else. But yeah, this is the Mills bow. And other than that, we're doing pretty good in here. All right, so I've showed about 100 plants so far. Let's do another 100. So these are like my pride and joy phylos. So this is my variegated Palmanii. That's why I just moved out of the cabinet and realized I had room. So she needs some support, I know, but I'm planning to chop her and sell her top soon. I'm trying to make my money back. So, and then this is my variegated gloriosum that I plan to cut up very soon and make multiple plants. It is very, very well rooted. So after this unravels, I'm gonna do some cutting. Honestly, I might do it today. My Linamii, she's not super impressive. She used to be before she got chopped, but I love her. And so she goes over here. And then this is my Palmanii, another honestly pretty common philodendron, but I love her. She's one of my favorite right now, so she gets to come over here. And then this is my variegated Bilietiae because I have to keep a eye on this hoe because she tries to revert. Even though she started with some pretty good genes, they just love to revert, don't they? So hanging in there. And this is my Hoya. I think it's a Bagabo. I mean, I'll open it, but y'all, it's just, I mean, they're Hoyas. There's so many Hoyas. Why does this look sick? Do you know how long I waited for a leaf on this? Like 5 months. Okay, let me relax. Lots of Hoya. Lots of Hoya. Lots of Hoya, as you can imagine. Very annoying to water. I actually don't like this setup. I just did it for the new year, so I have to figure out if I'm keeping it that way. But honestly, everything is at this point getting watered at the same time, which is not good. But I just cannot be bothered to take all those little ass cups out and put them back. So yeah. Also, by the way, all of the strip lights are Barina. The pendants are Barina. I'm sure Sansi and all these other ones are good, but for the price and the quality, Barina does it for me. This I need to fix so bad. I just keep putting it off. But when I get the double-sided tape, I'll probably put some on the ceiling and stick the cords that are hanging up there. All right, let's get to the last section. So this right now is my favorite section in my house. I just styled it the other day, and I think it's gorgeous. We got anthuriums, calatheas. They call this a calathea, but it's not, right? I call it a bambarata, so I don't know. But I love her. I splendid on a pole that is clearly extended off of the pole, but I'm not making it another pole, so I don't know what it wants me to do. My variegated umbrella tree, and right now my Marmoratum that I'm hoping has a better leaf next time. Let me turn her. There we go. There we go. She's kind of like the queen of this section, you know? Then over here is the table. This is my least favorite section. It just looks all random. There's alocasias and calatheas. My Monstera Burromarx Flame is over here. Another tie. I don't know why I have two ties, but I don't want to get rid of them. My other Syngonium pot that I love, it's my favorite, and it's in a really, I'm not even showing you guys, it's in a really dense soil, so I really don't have to water it that much, but I really, really love her, and she's thriving. More alocasias, some randoms down here. Must be my escaleto. I've chopped it a bunch of times. It's not sick. And I just recently chopped my philodendron atabaponis, whatever, or atabapoensiae. So yeah, some other random phylos, a few homolaminas. This one I chopped to sell, but I might be keeping it. Another one, another one, another one. Phylos and aglaonema that I don't like, but I can't sell because it has sentimental value to me. And then my regular Palmanii and Mame in one pot. I'm doing terrible with the camera, I know. Please deal with me. But she just got watered today, and she's still soaking it up. My elbow. So yeah. And then I have this Monstera that someone got me when I moved back. They didn't know that I had to sell my Monstera, but they wanted to get me a gift when my uncle passed away, and so they got me that plant. It was really sweet. Shout out to my one of my best friends, Queen. And then this is my variegated string of hearts, which I really don't pay that much attention to. She just kind of does her thing. Normally these blinds are open. You know, she gets the light she's gonna get. She gets water like once a month. So yeah, that's everything. Um, that's pretty much it. That is 270 plants, give or take. Oh, oh my goodness. That's not 270 plants. Now it's 270 plants. There are about maybe 15 Anthuriums, some Scindapsus, like 10 Hoyas. That's my green on green monster in there, and then my jungle mint that I'm trying to save is in there. I have a bunch of plants in here that I am. Some I'm rehabbing, but some are really just in here because it's easier right now with my collection. So I'm not sure where they'll go after this. I'm assuming most of them will go to a greenhouse, and the things in the greenhouse will come out maybe in February sometime. So maybe I'll do a video going through the prop box. And it's on a little timer light, what the light is above, like the under the table. And because it's clear, I should have done that with this one, gotten a clear container, but at the time I had low funds, and this I got this one for $8, and that one I got for $5 on Facebook Market. So I'm doing the best I can. And then I got these lights that I hate. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna get another pendant light for this table. I hate these. They're in the way. They're gawky. They do help. I'm not saying they don't help, but I'd rather have like two more pendant lights right here. So if I can do that and replace these, then I probably will. One is Barina, which I think is this one, and then one is just like a off-brand, but it gets the job done. So yeah, I know all my lights are different. They used to be pink. Some of them were pink, so I at least have them consistent. So I have warm here, white, white, all warm in the cabinet, white over there, white in there, white, white, warm, white. It used to be white, warm, so that I had warm on each end, but the way the cording and things made, it just wasn't working. So there you guys have it. That's my current setup going into 2026. Thank you guys for joining in. Please let me know what you think, what you'd like to see other than a tour. I'm working on it, but I'm not working on it and I'm working on it. Does that make sense? But thank you guys for joining. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with someone. I really appreciate you stopping in. If you watched this whole video, put me some more charts at the bottom. And regardless, thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.